Trishana is acting. Because let's get serious for a minute. Welcome back.
Tell them what you did.
No, tell them what you did.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back to episode 3. And
now tell them what you did.
Tell them what you did.
Okay, I started it yesterday. I didn't feel like being bothered. They want to come to my house or they want me to go to her house for a meeting. I said, I got to see you bitches for the next 3 days. What I need to come to your house for? And I just got back in town.
Okay.
I was pissed.
Okay, so
I started it.
No, it's not about starting it or finishing it. It's just that in business, it's hard to do business with friends and people that you love because love can be blinding.
You love me, friend?
I never told you.
No.
It's the Bel Air.
Say it for all these people. You what?
I love my friend.
Now tell them what you did, though.
Okay, let me tell them what you did first.
I need them to get on you, please.
I will tell y'all what I did because I'm a very transparent person. But leading up to this episode is not always a paradise on Paradise Island when it comes to boss friendships and all of these friendships that you see on social media. Speed it up to the part.
Yeah, tell them what you did.
So yesterday, Trishana gave me bad energy with her energy. It didn't even rub up with my energy. And so it just was bad energy. But no, seriously.
She quit today. She quit last night. She wasn't doing the show today. Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell it. She quit last night. Her hair wasn't done. We 2 hours and a half late. We didn't have to pay photographers, videographers for the space, alcohol, drivers.
I would never do a crime with you because I could see you telling the police right now. It was Keisha, Brenda, Letitia, Risha.
I just need you to be like, okay, raise my right hand. I said diddy this. Y'all's fave messed up.
I did mess up. I just had an attitude today because I just felt like everybody turned their back on me. And as a team, and we talked about this before we got on camera, but as a team, it's not a one-person thing. One person can't walk out on you. One person can't have an attitude.
They said y'all mad today. They feel it. Get it out, friend. Get it out.
One person can't have an attitude.
What else?
If everything is not going good with me, we have to move as a team. Even at the end of the day, if we all crying together, if we all muddy together, if we all in a casket together, we did that shit together. And I didn't feel togetherness today.
From me? From
the team.
Okay.
I didn't feel togetherness.
But specifically from me.
It wasn't specifically about you, but as the owners of Beyond the Chair, I just feel like if I'm down and out right now, you have to show face for both people. We Siamese twins.
But, however, when your business partner saying, well, I quit and I don't got nowhere and I'm not coming, that don't make me like...
You have to carry that on your back, friend. You just have to... Nobody should know how we feel it.
But, as business women, we are problem solvers. So I wanted you in that moment to lead with problem solving versus just saying, I quit. And that's how it was.
Trish, you always expect people to come in with armor. Like, I'm still a woman at the end of the day. Like, I know business comes before business woman, but I'm still a woman and I still go through women emotions. I don't want to hug you.
Can I hug you?
No.
Please?
I don't like hugging. I'm a Capricorn.
Let's hug.
No.
Because we made it today.
Okay. It won't happen again, but it will happen again. But I'm just happy as friends that we always vowed that we will put our friendship before our business at any time. So at any time it gets too much, we will sell Beyond the Chair.
Yeah. And we were never mad though, you know?
Yeah, we were never mad. Like, I did cry.
Des can shoot it out, but she can also dish it. So her mouth sometimes gets it going. But if you give it right back to her, she not tripping. So that's why I wasn't tripping.
I'm not tripping. And we still sitting here today. We
looking cute.
And we still looking
cute. And your hair is done.
It's all right.
And your hair is cute. And your outfit is cute. You got your bling bling on.
Your hair is cute. And your outfit is cute.
No, see what happened was I had to throw a scarf on. But
so we're going to do things a little bit differently today. We usually do our spotlight at the end, but today I feel like this brand needs to be spotlighted all over the world. Do you hear me?
All over. And it
all
is.
All over the world. Do you hear me?
And it is.
All right, so can we...
The little razzle dazzle.
Can we do a little
razzle?
Show
a little 1-2.
What?
Oh. I know it ain't. I know it ain't.
I know it ain't the style. Yeah.
I know it ain't Coda skin.
I know it ain't Coda skin, but listen, I've struggled with acne for so long. All of my mom's kids have struggled with acne. I think it's just in my genes. In high school, it was very hard for me to be confident. Even when I got to a grown woman, I still have texture on my skin. Don't let Instagram fool y'all. I smooth my skin out. But using Coda skin, you don't have to smooth your skin out no more. It's more than a filter. I want you to feel good with a filter and without a filter.
Facts.
So... we got a special.
Did we surprise y'all or what? Where you come from?
Where you come from?
Listen, I'm coming straight from New Orleans. I have to make sure I come see my girls.
Oh, thank you
and
so
support
much.
this. I'm so excited to be here. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Oh, thank you,
I'm
B.
ecstatic. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Can we cheers to that, y'all?
Yes.
You had to hear us argue.
Listen, y'all
Cheers,
sound
cheers,
just like me and
quick.
Soup, so I'm already understanding.
Speaking of, I got a question. I got a question.
Got a question?
I got answers.
Okay, period. So with friendships, you know, me and Trishana go through our friendship things, and with you and Soup, y'all go on hot and cold trips. Listen, I love a good hot and cold. I love icy hot. You know what I'm saying? But how do y'all deal with friendship problems on the back end? Because one thing I appreciate about y'all is it never hit the net.
Facts.
Right.
Don't know.
Right.
Y'all be one.
Yes.
Well, so here's the thing. The thing is, Super and I have been friends for like over 20, 25 years. We've kind of already had those spills as when we were as young adults. Like there was a time where we stopped being friends for about 5 years.
Ooh.
Because yes, her and I are two very headstrong women.
Yeah.
So
Same here.
when we hit, and then we're both stubborn. So it's like I ain't calling him, I ain't calling her. So I think that it what helped is that we've already went through that. We've already trained ourselves. So it's like back when we were younger, we didn't have the mindset of let's compromise, let's talk, let's figure this out. So where we are now as women and entrepreneurs and things like that, we value each other. She's actually went through friendships that turned bad. I've been through friendships that's turned bad, and we learned lessons from it. And now, instead of us reacting like I'm done, I ain't dealing with it, it's like, okay, this friendship actually has value to it. So let me work this out. Cause trust me, there's friends that I can get into it with and be like, I'm done. We ain't even about to go.
And don't care to fix it.
And don't care to fix it.
And don't care to fix it.
Exactly.
But you, on the outside looking in, could you feel any of this happening? Like just from you being here?
As far as what?
When you first got here, we was at odds.
Yeah. Did you know?
No. Actually, I didn't.
Cheers to that friend.
We did good.
I
said we have guests in the building. I said we are not going to show what's going on. You know what your mama said. When people come to your house, you have to show them a good time. Family business. But at least we got it out. So after those 5 years, how did you finally rekindle? Like, what was it like?
So because we had so many different mutual friends and everybody like. I mean, y'all see us on the ground. We have like pretty much the same personality.
Yeah. And y'all be looking so bomb on the ground too. Let's just put that in now.
Thank you. So we had so many different friends that played a role in y'all. Like people just listen to us vent. Like there was one time I was like something was so funny and I was pissed off. I couldn't call her and tell her like, girl, because I know you find this funny, right? So we had so many different friends that played a role in saying, y'all should just talk.
Yeah.
Like, both of y'all, and trust me, both of us was like, I ain't calling out,
right.
like, whatever. But at the same time, still open to, if she called me, I'll talk.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you'll still be there for her.
Yeah, exactly.
will.
So, one day, a friend of ours we ended up all at the same club. And by then, like, even when her and I wasn't talking, we wasn't on, like, some beef stuff, like, oh, when I see you, it's gonna be.
Because you love her.
Yeah.
And she love you, and love is respect.
Yes.
Yes.
So, somebody just put us in the same setting, and literally after like 5 years of us like not talking, they was like, there she go. And we just hugged and cried.
Yeah, and it's like that didn't miss a beat.
We had no verbal conversation about what you did or this, because at that point it didn't matter.
And love is unconditional.
So,
even in relationships and even in friendships, I feel like love should be unconditional. There's no limits to my love. And that's why I don't love everybody. Right. I don't love everybody. That's why
you can't.
Today my first time telling Trishana I love her because I had to make sure that it was unconditional.
You had to make sure. I don't even think you realized you said it, but no, you did.
No, and it's unconditional because I would do anything for you.
Aww.
Girl, don't get on
and
her and cry.
Look, toast again.
Okay, toast B. Toast what up, B. Get B, please, because you right in the middle of it today. So, being in the industry and having a platform, it's kind of hard to love everybody unconditionally because I had to go to therapy. Y'all know I got a therapist out there. I had to go to therapy.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
I'm about to re-sign
a therapist?
No, I'm about to re-talk to the lady too.
Okay, I like the lady. But I had to tell her, like, I was getting so disappointed in friendships because I would give my all. So how do you decipher and have that discernment between a friend like Super and then just like an industry friend?
Yeah,
do
like
you do
business
friends or?
So I'm growing into the whole industry friends type thing because for me, I hold dearly that title. Like, friend to me matters or whatever. If you pay attention, there's a lot of times when I speak to people, I'm calling them queen. You know, it's not only is it a term of endearment and a love of respect, but it's sometimes I don't want to be like, hey, friend.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
I'm not even going to cross that line.
Like,
you a queen, but you ain't my friend.
You know, so
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. So, and sometimes I be forgetting people's names too. So, like, hey, what's going on, queen? How you doing? You know?
True. And I still feel good. Me.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, as far as like having like industry friends, I'm just not growing into that, and because I'm not one of those people that stand off, which is like, you know, no new friends and things like that, because I'm still growing.
Because you shared your hookah with me the first time you met me.
Yes,
you shared your hookah.
And I don't do that. Listen, let me just tell you. But I'm always open. You know, I'm never closed off, and I feel like I'm a very good judge of character. So far, I haven't like. My senses haven't steered me wrong. So I haven't really had any problems with like making friends or having these people. I see people for what they are. Honestly, I don't have to dig too deep. So.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to see people for who they are because I just give people my full trust. It's not until after they show me who they are that I see who they are. I don't go in like, I know what she here for, because in the industry it's like, you give me this, I give you that, and you do this for me, I do that, but that's not unconditional to me. That's transactional.
Yes.
So it's a difference between transactional friends and unconditional friends, and I'm just happy that you have those people in your life, and I'm happy that you got those people in your life too.
Amen. And I want to say thank you to you and Super for really just displaying that, you know, especially amongst Black women. Because try to get ghetto, it get hard.
It get really, really ghetto. So I do want to dig into Coda Skin, and I do want to ask you, first I want to say, you from New Orleans.
Yes.
Born and raised.
Y'all got the best food.
No,
yes, I can tell. See how big I am?
No, you're not big. You see that waist snatch? You see that waist snatch? Girl, stop.
It's a little.
No, it's snatch. I wish y'all telling us.
Don't get on this show live.
Don't get on her. When she walked in, I said, ooh.
Don't get on this show up here lying.
She telling a story, a fib. So born and raised in New Orleans, how did that mold you into Brittany? Like, how did that mold you? How did that make you that headstrong woman, that business woman? Like, how did that make you?
Okay, so firstly, like, even with me growing up in New Orleans, like, it's different areas. New Orleans, I think a lot of times people confuse the touristy part with thinking that this is New Orleans, but there's the real like gutter part about New Orleans, and I grew up in that part. I grew up in the Calio projects there my entire life. So for me, I've always kind of did have this way about me of wanting to be different. From the schools that I went to my ambitions to go to college. Just the type of things, like, I'm not gonna lie, all my friends was out there having sex, just whatever, and I was just like,
and you wasn't doing
stuff? Well, hold on.
Okay.
I broke my virginity. I broke my virginity 3 days before my 18th birthday. Wow. Well, my friends have been smashing since they was 13.
It was me at 14.
I was 14 too.
Did me?
14 thinking I was experienced.
But
you is experienced.
Honestly though, in my not defense, but you know, I was into sports. I actually played high school basketball and college basketball.
Yes.
So that kind of kept me away from the, you know, just nothing to do, talk on the phone with dudes all day, or whatever. I was in that competitive field.
I'd be on the phone like, no, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? No, what are you doing?
And me, what you doing? I'm at the gym. I'm gonna call you back. I got a game tomorrow.
So it's been in you.
Me.
Okay.
Yes, girl. Yeah. So just growing up in the projects and seeing the things that I didn't have access to, but I wanted.
True.
Right. I think a lot of times what millennials don't understand is that having the access to the internet and seeing what's going on in the world, we didn't have that.
Yeah.
We was just like, what was in front of us was all we knew.
True.
But I just always knew, like, I want more. There has to be more. There has to be more outside of these bricks, right? So, I know a lot of times people will say that, you know, where you're from could break you or mold you and things like that, but I already had it in my head what I wanted to do.
True.
I didn't follow the trends that was going on in my neighborhood. Yes, I was exposed to drugs, sex. I was exposed to just murder,
everything.
All of that. But I didn't let it mold me to where it's like,
I got the chills.
Yeah.
I got the chills because and I'm not trying to take the story off of you, but I was exposed to that too at an early age. Like, I have a parent that's on drugs who tried to expose it to me. So, like, to just be headstrong and to hear other women, you know, overcome that, I think our audience can really pick up, because a lot of times we think, you know, we are going to subject ourselves to our surroundings, and you really don't have to. Like, there's nothing in your DNA that says you got to be a drug addict because somebody in your family was. You know?
And in the career, I want to touch on that because I find myself. I find myself questioning myself. Like, are you insensitive? Because when people are saying, "Oh, well, I'm a stripper because, you know, I was touched as a kid," or something like that. Not to take away from that, but for me, I know I guess it's really just a matter of your mental.
True. You
It's
have
really
to be
just a matter of
stronger
your
than what's in
mental.
front of you.
Because sometimes when people try to blame who they are now based off of the way they're raised, I'll be like, I'll be ready to say, oh, that's bull, that's crap.
No, that's bull.
And then I have to really sit back and like, okay, well, you know what? Some people aren't as mentally strong as you.
See, but that's where the change for me came in at, because I'm the oldest of 6 kids.
Okay.
To a mom who was on welfare, every type of fare, her hand was like this.
Right. My mom too.
Give me that. So when I seen that, it just kept her in a place of, you can only live in these, 4 walls, in these streets. You can only do this. You can only get this much in food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, I like to eat mine, and I'm sorry if you're watching this, but I was hungry, cause you know what I'm saying. So I wanted more than that. So I put myself through college. I started working prematurely. I was working before I had a work permit. I put myself through college. I got pregnant in college, but I still finished college. And I just want to show other women that my favorite saying is, I don't want to turn lemons into lemonade. If life gave me lemons and lemonade is not what I want, keep that shit.
Right.
I'm going to make what I want to make,
right,
because you have the power to make what you want to make. You don't have to play with the cards that you were dealt. Get them cards back and go make your own cards.
Everyone listening right now, I want you to look to your neighbor and say, neighbor.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Pastor Trish.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
I do not have to stay where I'm at right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I always tell people, if you put the ball in your court, you can shoot that shot. True. But the minute I put my ball in Dad's court, now Dad's got my power, you know? True. Mm-hmm. So I love that you were like, I'm going to keep my power and I'm going to do different regardless of who's around me. Right. Like, this is huge. This is a breakthrough episode today.
Regardless of who was busted at Coda Cat, not my girl. We don't care who busting Coda Cats. Not my girl.
I used to have to sit there and listen to all their stories and be like, oh, for real? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's crazy. Like, he put you in a pretzel. What is that?
At the pretzel. I was pretzeling at 15.
That's why I said she was experienced, and then she did that face. Pretzeling.
Mama, close your ears.
All I could do was a little missionary. So, moving past that, what made you want to start Coda Skin? I think Coda stands for something, right?
Yes.
Because I think
it's the abbreviations. My brother, God bless his soul, he was a New Orleans musician in New Orleans. For people who's not familiar with his style of music, it was bounce music.
I love bounce.
And his musician stage name was Shav off the Ave. Where we lived was an Ave when we were kids. So he created that name, and I just kind of took that and put that with it. He was a person that was heavily into skincare. Honestly, like, this brand is not only inspired by him, but it's created because of him.
True.
Right? So that's pretty much where the name comes from. The COTA is Coda for Shab off the Ave.
Always with
love
you.
that.
So when you on magazines, be like you do with your pose. Y'all gonna see the pose later.
Girl.
When you on magazines, like you do
what you do and how you do it best.
And how you do it best, like, he's always with you.
Yes.
Anytime somebody say Coda, anytime somebody checks out on Coda, when they get their packages from Coda, it's like he's always with you. And I just feel like that's just so amazing.
I got the chills again, y'all, because it's like, some people would take a situation like that and it would keep them stuck, but you took it and elevate. It's like, it's all in the mindset. It's crazy.
It's all.
And I always say, like, once I make it, I'm gonna tell people like how to really do it and how to, all these tactics. I'm like, I'm gonna tell them. But once I got to this point, I'm like, it was really just my mind. Like, you think it's so cliche, but when I got here, I'm like, wow, like, everything Tyler Perry's and Oprah said, it was true. It's just your mind.
Right.
True.
It is. 100%.
And I've been following Coda for a long time, since you first started it, and I know Super always, that's your girl. She's always supported it. But what would you have done different starting Coda Skin, like, from the knowledge that you know now from building that brand? Because I remember when Super first started using it, she said, I didn't like the first formula, but when B came out with that second formula, she said that was the formula. So what do you wish you would have known different then that you know now to start it off just a little bit differently?
Honestly, in all actuality, and I tell people this all the time, there's nothing that I would have done differently.
True.
Because everything that I did was a learning point for me. Prior to, and I'm always transparent.
Yes.
When I first started, it was nothing but private label. It was, for those who aren't familiar with that, that's when you just find a product, you put your name, your logo on that, and you go with it. And I had to go through that for me to
see
learn,
that wasn't it.
That's not it. That's not it. For those who are still doing it, if it's working for you, not a problem.
Right.
But for me, I knew that in order for my brand to actually first work, I needed to heavily invest into product formulation.
True.
So there's nothing that I would change, because everything happened when it was supposed to happen. From me launching it and making the money that I made to being able to actually fund that, take that money and fund into rebranding. Because I wouldn't have had money to create a formula.
True.
The amount of money that I spent into product formulation, I couldn't afford that then.
Ooh. It takes
so it was
some money
important
to
for
make
me.
some money.
Because it's like when the samples come back, you got to send the sample back, get another sample, wash it with the skin, give it to your family. That's a long process that and that's what sets not the winners aside from the losers. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying, that's what sets the people who really serious about this shit aside from the people who ain't, because it takes time. People want to build fast brands.
Overnight.
Overnight. Speak on that. Speak on building fast brands, because you felt that.
Listen, trust me. I think that a lot of the times, and that's one of the things I always quote her. She's always say, friend, you don't have to come out the gate swinging. And me coming out, this is Judy's big, Super's big. I kind of had that mindset like, okay, this has to be perfect. And she would always say, friend, you ain't got to come out the gate swinging. Yeah, calm down.
Just come out that gate.
And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And when I did it, because sometimes people have all these high expectations. When I launch, I'm out to make this amount of money, that amount of money. And when it don't happen, you get defeated and you stop.
Right.
So for me, I had to really sit down and pause and be like, you know what? This is the perfect time. Everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. No, I wasn't supposed to launch and open up and make $20,000-$30,000. I made when I first launched, I only had 15 orders.
That's good.
Yes,
one order is good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I love the transparency.
3 orders, 100%.
Because you're giving somebody hope right now.
Yes.
Yeah. When I first launched, I only had 15 orders, and that was me with the very first product line that I had. But I continued to push it. I'm like, I got to get all this off my shelf so I can rebrand.
True.
And that was my goal. I'm like, okay, let me finish selling this. It was to a point to where I was selling a bundle of something, and then I would run out of cleanser, and I'm like, okay, well, I recreated a whole new bundle.
True.
Because I didn't have any more cleanser
and
to
get that product. But you know, Judy always say don't sell out.
Well, see, Judy got money.
Okay.
There's a time, but honestly, and here's a trick, because I know that's one of the questions, but here's a trick with that. The trick with that for me, and what helped me, was that me pushing that it was sold out showed a sign of it's in need.
Exclusive.
Everybody got it. You want to get this product.
Like people are shopping with you.
Exactly. Listen, I went so far as to when I first launched, and it's on my Instagram. I'm always transparent. I put a pillow in this little hamper thing, and I put some of my orders on top, and I recorded like, girl, look, they selling out. It's
everything.
That's my girl.
Everything. When I used to have a boutique, I would just go over the same packages a couple times and flip it over and go back over.
Exactly, because I need to give that illusion that this product is selling and people are buying it, and you should want to get it too.
True.
You know?
But I always say Instagram is an illusion, and y'all know I'm a master manipulator, so you really have to use that illusion to. Okay, let me take a sip. Instagram is an illusion. You have to use that illusion to your advantage. And you could use the illusion like, I got Chanel bags, I got this, but why use it for that when you can use it to sell some more
Make
products?
it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Trying to keep up with the Joneses and the Coneses.
It don't keep up with the Joneses and the Coneses.
And keyword, make it make sense, not sense. Make it make sense. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna put on for the gram, you gotta make sure that it's actually bringing in money. And that was my tactic. I was like, okay, well, you know, I had sales, but I ain't have that many. So let me make it to just to make people feel like it's selling and this is what it is. Now I don't have to do that.
So what you think the factor was from, okay, I have 15 sales, I'm trying to put on from the gram, to now it's like, oh, it's an abundance. Like, what do you think that switch was?
When I transitioned my brand, the first thing I did was got into product development, heavy, and then product packaging. Imagery is the key.
Your images are.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
Thank you.
Can you say that one more time?
Imagery is the key. You have to. It has to be. It got to the point to where people was like, your stuff look like it belongs in the department stores. I'm like, oh, that's what I want.
Hello.
It's not going in there though.
Why,
but
babe?
I am not a fan of putting product in stores.
Because it takes away from the exclusivity, or
that too. But for me right now, and this is just my personal preference, it has nothing to do with anybody else. For me right now, I want to collect everything that's on the table.
Okay.
I'm not leaving nothing behind for nobody.
This my girl right here.
Right? So why would I work so hard to build the name of this and let somebody else get a piece of that change?
Yeah.
I don't need distribution from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The website is a world wide web.
Right.
Right? And that's just me. That is just me. I don't want a brick and mortar. I don't.
See, and I'm a brick and mortar girl.
But you sell something people eat.
Yeah, I do.
Right. That's not something they can pack up and ship.
But it's still, the brick and mortar world is a whole different beast, child. I be over here like going through and checking my ice cream shop every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
This the most she haven't checked it because.
Oh, and I'm like over here like, I gotta check it.
No, ma'am.
I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with it, but honestly, I think the pandemic has definitely opened a lot of people's eyes up about that. I'm actually not interested in opening a spa. I'm sorry, excuse me. I get that question a lot. Are you going to open a spa? Are you going to open a store? I'm not interested in it at all.
True.
Because I've been able, by the grace of God, I've been able to accumulate the amount of money that I have made on the internet for $29 a month. Why would I go pay somebody $5,000?
And you know, I love numbers. I'm a nerd. So one of the things I've been researching is that literally 42% of stores are going to be closing down and it's going to be food. So they're saying if you're going to open a brick and mortar, the best type of brick and mortar open is only food.
It's food. You got to think about it. And people have to actually think about futuristic. What's happening? Big companies are closing down their stores. They're closing down their stores and they're going online. So when you see stuff like that, if you're not offering a service-based business where people can actually come in and be worked on, something like that, why have a brick and mortar? And that's just my opinion.
Because I like to sit on the toilet in TMI and scroll. And when I get to scroll, I like to shop on the toilet.
Right.
True.
Right.
And like, and
it's
comfortable.
To the store and get it?
No, I want to sit where I'm sitting in peace and quiet and scroll while I'm on the toilet. And I just think that's perfect.
Exactly. True. I mean, it's probably cliche, but one of the biggest top-selling retailers is Amazon, and they don't have no stores.
Not one.
No. They don't even have products.
They don't. They
only
do is drop
ship. Listen,
work smarter.
It's genius.
It's genius.
And not harder.
We,
you know, our people, we love to complicate things.
Yeah.
Like we have all these products that we can sell, but for some reason it's in our brains that we gotta learn how to work them.
Yeah.
Do you realize that? Like when people put out hair, we feel like I gotta learn how to do the best hair. Or when there's a lawnmower comes out, we gotta figure out how to do. Like, no, you could just sell it. I don't gotta learn how to work the lawnmower. I'm gonna just sell it to you. But we for some reason we're just conditioned to learn how to work it the best.
Right.
Like, can I do the best nails? It's like, no, just sell a product.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Because that's what beauty supplies on the urban corners do every single day. They don't know how to do no hair.
Nothing.
You go up in there and ask a question and they can't even answer you. They calling a black girl to come help you.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, they calling her right over to help you. Another question I had, because I seen the post. I'm a studier, so don't think I'm a stalker. I'm a studier. You said that you had a waiting season. So while Super and Judy, was out doing their thing and you was in your waiting season, how was that for you? Like, what was your mental state during that time? Were you planning in your waiting season? Were you just rooting and watching and waiting for your waiting season? Did you even have a waiting season? Did you even know you was going to do a business? Like, some people will see their friends doing business. They don't care. They just happy for their friends. Like, how was that season for you? And when did you know, okay, it's time for B to step out the gate?
So for me, I guess I probably was in a waiting season, but didn't necessarily was conscious of it. Just seeing the type of things that they were doing and how their lives were changing. For Judy and I are real close friends as well, but I've known Super the longest, and her and I had like a friendship way before entrepreneurship and business and things like that. So in seeing Super do what she did, and I'm like, girl,
she killing. She still killing.
Yes, yeah, she killed it. And I'm like, wait, because her and I both were servers. We probably had our last five jobs together, or whatever. Not a server.
I love serving. That's the only job I ever had in my life.
No,
that's the only job I ever had in my whole life.
One day they tried to fire me, and I quit before they fired me.
No, I love serving because you're in charge of making your own money.
Yes, 100%.
I just touched gum and I was done.
Honestly, before I started my company, as a server, I that was the most money I had ever made. And the problem was I didn't know how to get away from it, because the thing is,
so easy.
When you go to making that money, you start to build a life around it, and it's like it's hard to walk away. I tried. I went to college. I went to 3 different colleges. I went to Dillard, I went to Nunez, and I went to Delgado, trying to figure myself out. I actually studied psychology.
I love that.
I ain't finished though, but congrats.
Like, y'all know something. Y'all know something. That's why y'all here.
Enough. So, just trying to really like find that balance. And the thing about it is, even while I was in college, that was the thing to do. Graduate high school, go to college, get your degree, try to find a job or whatever. So entrepreneurship, I'm not gonna say African American, but entrepreneurship, being able to grasp it just became that easy for us, right? Just maybe like
a couple of years
ago, people was really like, okay.
Because 3 years ago, I was broke.
Right. Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. So yes.
3 years ago, baby.
Yes, I launched my company in 2019. I had to shut down, revamp, and relaunch in 20.
Now you own properties.
Look,
You own land. She want to give you a high five.
Look.
You own properties. You own it in a matter of less than 3 years, B.
Well, so the thing is, and I always say this because when I first started, I did start in 2019, but I shut that whole thing down. So I really, when I talk about my business, I talk about my business from where it started when I relaunched and rebranded my entire thing.
So like 2.5 years ago.
That was June 19, 2020.
B.
Look at my arms. This.
B. Stop playing with them.
Don't
You
play
get the
with
girls.
them. Right. Hello. Look. Let's just show this
It's
off.
a little light work. Wow,
Let's just show
that's
this off.
amazing.
Yes.
And while we on camera, I know B from Instagram and stuff like that, but we do talk in DM and stuff like that. And I just want to thank you for always pouring back into your people.
Oh,
Yeah.
One thing, you pour back into your people, even though she don't post it because everything not meant to be posted. Like, you pour back into your people. You want to see your people win.
100%.
Like, and I love that because I talk to your niece all the time, and she's just like, my auntie really pours into me, and I want to make her proud. And I'm just like, I want to be that for my family. Like, so I just want to give you your flowers, your imaginary ones.
Thank you.
I should have had some
Thank
real.
you so much.
So
And don't they smell good?
Yes.
And they smell good. What was you gonna say, Trish?
Oh, I was gonna ask some questions, but they a little more spicy.
We gonna wait into the end. I want to get into some top topics really quick.
Okay.
And I want to talk about something that we were talking about earlier. But when it comes to branding and marketing, one thing about Coda Skin, we're going to see it on everybody's skin.
Oh, yeah.
It don't stop being on people's skin. But see, a lot of people in our audience are kind of scared to reach out and get those influencers. And how do you, I know you have contracts in place because all of your content looks like crispy. They don't play when they play with Coda Skin. They going to make sure.
Because I'm going to send it back and ask for a redo quick.
Hello?
So can we talk about that process with Coda Skin and how you got into getting it in front of the masses? How did you get it in front of the masses? What was the first step? And then when did you know, like, let's just keep putting money behind it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so for me, when I started very, very small. One of the things, and this is a conversation that Super and I actually had, was my determination. Like, I was so determined to do this on my own. So her and I had a conversation. I said, friend, don't promote my business. Don't promote.
I know how that feel. I know how that feel.
Right. Let me, because first of all, anybody know her. They know she got a wave.
Right.
Right.
And it's not a wave. It's a tsunami.
It is. She was off Instagram for one day. The next day, she had 300,000 followers on a new account.
It's a tsunami coming behind Super. Super tsunami.
Her.
I think that's our fans.
Yes.
Super tsunami.
Super tsunami.
Yeah, they love her. So for me, it's like, okay, friend, listen, I'm already knowing that out of a sense of an obligation, you will feel compelled to do this because that's who she is. That's genuinely who she is. So I had a conversation. I said, friend, listen, let me do this on my own. True. Let me see what I could do before you step in, because I know you coming. I know you coming. You know what I mean? 100%. I know you're gonna step behind me. So I had that conversation with her. And I launched in 2019. That was the regular brand. That was the white label that I did. And I sold that out, and I did good for myself. I actually used my income tax. I used $3,000 to invest into the product, and I flipped that and turned it into 12.
That's good.
And
that's
I
right.
reinvested that 12 into the product launch of the new line.
But see, people will see that 12 and be like, "Oh, I'm keeping this."
Oh no!
And then they go pay their rent.
Yeah.
You can't pay your rent.
And
Get evicted.
And buy a little outfit
behind that brand.
Listen.
Get evicted behind that brand.
And again, all of this is on my social media. I took that entire 12 and I invested it, and I called and got an extension on my light bill. Because I'm like,
that's my girl.
I need to listen. Once this product touched down, this money gonna get here. And I did, in fact, quit my job prematurely. Let me go into that
I did too.
I did quit prematurely.
Because you needed that focus, that time.
Yeah, no, I thought I was balling. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
that's
I don't need this shit no more.
You said, actually, I won't be in tomorrow.
I said I made 12. Don't play with her.
Don't call my phone.
So my mindset was, okay, all I just need is more product. And
Right.
whatever. And then next thing I know, can I get an extension, please? So, so that happened. It did. It did. It was such a very humbling experience, and it was really kind of devastating to me because I'm so good with managing money and stuff like that.
True.
But it was a risk. I'm like, I'm really putting everything
Back into the bit. You have to.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that? Listen.
Come closer.
Come closer. It take money to make money. Y'all be wanting something for nothing. And I'm not trying to get on your neck, but I'm getting on your neck in case somebody told you. It takes money to make money. So you took your money and reinvested back into your business. Why?
Because it took money to make money.
Yeah, you knew it was going to bounce back.
Exactly. I turned that 12,000 into 10 million today.
Oh,
that's my girl.
Right here. Oh.
Wow, we sitting there in front of a multi-millionaire. This is a humbling experience.
Look, can I touch you?
You see the green. Her stylist know what he do. You see the green.
You see the green.
It's for the ching. And don't
bling,
play
bling,
with my girl.
bling
So
at all.
I do have should we ask the spicy questions now?
Is it tequila time?
Is it tequila truth?
Is it tequila?
Okay, we're going to take a shot. I'm going to take a shot.
Now, you know I wasn't drinking, but anything for the show. The show be getting me turned. And I don't even use that word, but the show be getting me.
Wait, let's clink.
Oh, look at me ready. Drink? Up here lying like.
You got your mixed drink, B?
Oh, yeah.
Clink.
Clink.
We
got a little spicy. Because I want to ask you.
Wait, take your shot first because you know we have to start tequila truths off.
Okay.
Don't play with tequila truths. We don't play with tequila truths.
You babysitting. Go.
I let you do it first because what you say I sign. Okay. Maybe one more? I got a question.
Tequila with the
it gets the champagne. It go from 0 to 100 real quick.
No, tequila truths is when we get real spicy. Are you ready, B?
I got a question. Pick me.
Okay.
So you are a woman that is deemed successful, right? And you are in a healthy, happy relationship.
Yes.
How do you feel like you're able to first enter? Because I be struggling. These men out here, I don't know if they just don't take me serious. They think I'm supposed to be a side chick or they think I'm supposed to be a sugar mama. But how did you cross that line where it's like, okay, my man takes me serious, I take him serious, and we respect each other?
Okay, so, well, first off, this is not me and Jamal's first time around. We actually dated back in 2015. It was 2015, 16, and I left him in 17. Right? And
I love a woman who know how to leave because when they come back, they don't play.
So, in doing so, and again, this is me transparent, he wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? He played games and he played it with the wrong person. And I left him alone. I left him physically, but I didn't leave him emotionally, right? And that's normal. It's women. We could, you know.
I'm the opposite, B. I leave emotionally, then I leave physically. Ask my last man.
Oh, no.
See, I don't want to say allegedly that I may be mentally slightly kind of attached to somebody, so I'm not going to say it, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so, and doing that, because what I can say is I knew he loved me, but I knew he didn't know how to love me in that moment. And it's not to say that he's wrong, it's just that the timing was wrong. So I took that, and, you know, I left, and we went our separate ways. He started to date other people. I started to date other people, hence why he ended up having a daughter. I know a lot of people always ask, did he cheat on you? No,
and they don't need to know your business.
Listen, my thing is, well, because they continuously react. It's like, well, my followers be telling them, no, whatever.
Yeah.
So, I think she was born in 18, 19. Yeah, she's 3 now. So when we got back together, we actually ended up getting back together in 2020. But what really kept us close is his mom and my mom. They were in cahoots. They literally set us up. My mom acted like she was gonna take me on a dinner date to celebrate with me. I love to see and him and his mom pulled up, and I'm like, "What y'all doing here?" Whatever. And he sat down, and he was just like, he was very like open. And for me, I knew that. I knew that I set the tone to where it's like, don't step to me until you're ready to.
Don't play with her.
And what embodies a woman. Because I had to leave a relationship when I really didn't want to, because I need you to apply the same pressure as if you were still trying to get me.
Yes.
Men get too comfortable, and then you want to move around with fans. If you watching this, you know you move around with fans.
And fans watching this, you know you was moving around with her nigga.
Yes, and so that was kind of hard for me. So now, I don't want to be in a relationship at this moment, moving
forward.
Friend,
but you know I be wanting you to be in love.
I do love somebody.
It's beautiful.
Oh, is this an exclusive? Look back right there and say it again. You do what?
I love somebody.
Wow. God?
G-O-D.
I knew you was about to play with him.
G-O-D, that's the only one for me. Listen. So how do you continue to keep that relationship strong? How do you, like, when it comes to business, because business women are very, very busy. How do you say, okay,
no more Coda skin for
right now. Let me go on my hot and cold trip. Like, how do you?
And let me throw you a curveball, because you don't want for nothing. So it's like, what do you want from him, or what do you need from him?
And that's so crazy because literally on the trip we were having conversations about what's the importance of our relationships. And one of the things that I value the most when it comes to him is my level of peace and protection. And when I say protected, I feel protected not only physically but emotionally, right? Having that mental state of just if he go and somewhere and don't answer his phone, if I call 5 times he don't answer, my mind don't go to he out here doing X, Y, Z.
Right.
I'll probably
How did y'all build that trust though?
Because we came from broken trust, and when we got because the thing about it is, and I tell women this all the time, a man should have consequences for his actions. Don't sit here and try to fix it with him. You don't fix that on your own because I'm worth you working that out. And he'll tell you, if y'all ever watched our episode on the little TV show that we did, he explained, he was like, you know, I had some growing to do and I knew that.
True.
And even with the years that we were apart, he loved me, he watched me, he kept up with me the whole 9.
Cause you that woman.
And he better.
And he better.
But he knew that he didn't want to risk coming and mess with that again because he knew that would be
true.
It would be like, oh no, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, you know what?
He
felt like he's gonna get a second chance, but he wanted to make sure that it's the right
that's
time.
That's the last chance, and
exactly.
he doing so. Shout out to you. You are doing amazing. Your woman
and we
is
love
on
her.
Smiling.
And
she's radiant. When she walks in the room, you just know it's somebody at home taking care of her.
Energy great.
Yes, energy is great. You got your woman glowing.
Skin gloating.
Everything. Shout out to Coda Skin for the skin.
When I get me a man, I'm gonna send him to your man to train him so he can come back and.
No, but every man is not one size fits all because every woman is different. So her man can't train your man.
But listen,
because her man might do some stuff that you might not like.
But listen to what I'm saying though. I don't even need you to give me steak and lobster. I could do that. Just, check on me.
But we're going to talk about that privately, and we're going to talk about that on the next episode.
Because I be ready to vent.
No, because you like to move too fast because you want this thing. And that thing is, when you want that thing, Trishana, and I'm talking to
she
Trishana.
don't ever call me Trishana.
Yeah, because it's
getting
serious.
Okay.
When Trishana wants that thing, she'll try to put it in somebody. You can't put nothing in nobody,
I be walking around with the spirit trying to throw it at her.
Yes, if it ain't that, it ain't that. And I be telling my friend it ain't that. Then she be like, what's your opinion on this, Des? And you know what I say? I'm out of it.
She do. She be like, I'm not in it.
Yeah,
I be like, Des, what do you think? She be like, I'm not in it.
Because I can't. Okay, I got a spicy question. This is a bedroom question. It's a spicy question. Yeah, because I watched your when you and your man was playing a card game.
I seen that too.
You said 7 minutes.
9
minutes. Oh, or was it 9 the whole time? So, I've been celibate for a couple of months. I say this every episode because I want y'all to know I'm serious.
I'm sorry.
She's trying to convince herself.
You sorry to hear that? No. I can't give this pussy to a pussy nigga. So, I've been celibate for a few months, but when I do get back in the bedroom, you said if we know what each other like, let's just do that and get it over with. Yeah. How did you learn his body and how did he learn your body? Like, how did y'all take that time to say what I don't like? That's a great question. Because I'm scared to tell my spouse what I don't like.
Really?
I just let him do it and I just lay there.
Oh, no.
No, I'd be like moving the head and stuff.
That's not what I do.
I think that's the first problem. You're not expressing exactly what it is that you want, right? A lot of the times men really only out to get themselves.
Yes.
Right? So when
I need to drink both drinks to that one.
I got you, Free.
So when you know that, you have to really say, okay, well, I know the time frame is going to take you to get you. Yeah. So let me figure out how I can fit me into this too, right? Because they don't wake up to say, I want to please you. They think they do.
They be morning wood ready.
That's it.
See, I had an ex that was ready to just please. That might be, that's why the ex that be
you or himself?
Me. Oh, like he would go overtime to make sure I was good. That might be that's why that's ex that's lingering.
I'm trying to see what that be like.
Oh well, listen. I don't even think it's a matter of seasoning. I think that if you have a sexual partner and you know what it takes to get them off, get to the point. What we doing?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Why we playing?
You said that.
We grown.
I'm not here. Listen. And then, I don't know, maybe it is a bit of an age difference too. Because back then when I was having sex at 20 and this and a third, it was kind of like just trying to prove a point.
True.
I never was pleased. It was just like, that was fun.
That was me.
That was it. You know,
and it be depleting at the end because you look back and you're like, dang, did I get me?
How
do I get me?
All that time you humping and sweating, and you ain't even get you.
See,
because it's cute.
Can I raise my hand? I never did that. I don't know where my voice trying to go, but yeah, I never did. I wasn't having bad sex because I'd be scared. Like if I'm not attracted to you, I already know it's gonna give real dry.
Yeah.
It's gonna give desert storm.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I'm not interested in doing that, you know. So I only engage with people that I'm like in love with. I've only been in love like twice, 2 or 3 times, and I might have played with somebody a couple times after that. But I really don't engage in it because I'm like, I'm afraid to have like bad sex.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm gonna be traumatized.
Well, if you're a woman that know how to please yourself, there's no such thing as bad sex.
And that's what we talked about in the last episode because I talked about my favorite sex toys. The rose is overrated, ladies. Let's just.
I don't even understand that.
You like the wand? Do you like the wand?
I don't. I just use the bullet.
The bullet is small, but Britt, get you a wand.
What does that do?
A wand? It's like a bullet. It's a bigger bullet.
No, because
I need a bigger bullet for? That's.
She got a man.
No, but she still probably, I don't know.
Wait, that go inside?
That's
what, the wand?
Yeah.
No, it's just for the outside. I don't really do inside masturbation. I like the.
Oh, well.
But Trish don't really like talking about this, so.
Because I don't like that word.
I didn't say the word this
you
time.
You said the M word.
No, I didn't.
You just said it.
What
no,
I
she
said?
just said it.
Masturbate?
Shh.
Trishana.
I don't like it.
Anyways, let's just move forward because Trishana doesn't like the words that I use, and I want to respect my friend because we just rekindled 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
30 minutes ago. So what is next for you? I know this is a question you probably always get, but do you want to start other businesses? Do you want to do silent businesses that nobody even know you're the face of? Like, what's next for you?
Actually, I do have 3 silent businesses that no one know I'm the face of.
Really?
Yes.
I like.
Look at me trying to hear what's
and
what you
as
got.
me, I know this is our audience, but for me, I want to start silent businesses, but even a business that I have nude pages, it can't run without my face, and that's so discouraging to me. So how did you do that?
So the thing is, well, one of them is a hair salon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not something that it's not something that I'm actually into, but I found someone that was.
Yeah.
And I invested it.
True.
It's kind of like Shark Tank, you know. So because this is a service-based business, I don't need to be the face of it.
True.
Because I don't have to.
Hold on, can you say that one more time for the people in the back?
Because this is a service-based business.
And we help people, service providers, get from beyond the
Des,
chair.
lean in so we can hear.
I don't need to be the face of it because actually the hairstylists work are the people that's gonna bring in the entrepreneurs, the consumers in.
Look at my arms.
And that's what we said this whole time, B.
This whole time.
This whole time,
Really?
what you said, we signed.
What you said, we signed.
Wow.
And that's what I love for you. And I also want to thank you for being so selfless, for just being our first special guest.
Oh,
like,
no problem.
what made you say, like, yes, this is something that I can show my face on? Because it's not easy showing your face on stuff.
Right.
Because when you show your face on something, say, B. Marie approved this.
Right.
So what made you say, okay, I can work with these ladies?
Right. Well, this is actually my first time meeting you, but I do, in fact, love your energy and things like that. But I had already met you at Judy and Brad's.
Yep. Love Judy and Brad. Congratulations. They still on the honeymoon.
I love Judy.
Oh my God, I
love to see it.
She's so happy.
They
She's
make
so
me
deserving of that.
like between Super, Judy, and yourself. Like, y'all show me real love. Cause when Super loves, she loves unconditional. She loves out loud. When Judy love, they love out loud. Like, you love out loud. I'ma still hide my nigga, but y'all love out loud, and that's what I love.
So yeah, I think it was actually India. Excuse me, y'all.
Shout out to India. We love India over here.
India girl.
We were already at the party in India. She was trying to get you to come out because you were like really like,
I don't trust people.
Y'all be having
And
a
she
yank
said
Des.
Yeah, I don't trust people. But when I came, that energy, you shared your hookah with me.
Yeah, and that's the thing because again,
She
like
gonna
I
remember
said,
that for the rest of her life. She gonna be telling her
means something.
grandkids, great
It means something. Trust me, because I don't share my hookah.
Okay.
I buy the whole section.
So
of
you
hookah.
remember it the way she remembered too. Like, all right, I'm
She
gonna share
shared her
this bitch,
hookah
and you like
with
she
me.
should.
Listen,
She
I
shared her
remember
hookah.
like I shared a hookah.
Yeah.
So you're kind of cool with me.
Yeah.
So
Well, shout out to y'all for sharing y'all hookah, because that's what we here
It
today.
really gets serious. If y'all ever come out with us,
Y'all don't share no hookahs.
We don't share hookahs.
And shout out to Black Smoke. Y'all don't share no hookahs. I
We
got some
don't.
Black Smoke at home too.
We don't.
Shout
I
out to
don't
Black
at all.
Smoke.
But when India mentioned that you were coming and she was explaining who you were and things like that or whatever, and I've known India for quite some time now. I've done quite a few events with her, and India's straightforward, so I know she's one of them. She'd have told me, girl, I just got her coming here. She a fake this, but she spoke
Oh,
highly.
she gonna tell it.
Oh, she gonna tell it. She's definitely gonna tell it, but she spoke so highly of it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I am not one of those no new friends type of girls.
Yeah.
True.
Or whatever. I feel like we're going to find ourselves at the same tables. You know, I want to be at the same tables. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm the only one up here. Y'all can't come. No.
It's not fun if you're by yourself.
True.
At 100%. It's not. It's so boring.
It's
So boring.
So when she made the statement that you were coming and she spoke so highly of it, I'm like, okay, well, let's just, you know, feel a vibe or whatever. And you were so cool. You were so sweet.
Thank you.
And we ended up following each other on social media, and then I got to really see who you were and what you do or whatever. So it was just like a no-brainer. I knew for a fact that if you put your name on it, it's something of some type of substance. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Thank you
Because
so
you know I'm
much.
gonna make it look good. You know I'm gonna make it feel good.
Yes.
Period. Every time.
Yes.
Well,
So.
you've been such a pleasure. Such a
Such
delight.
a pleasure. Can we show my clip that I like?
Girl. Oh my God.
Don't play with her. B. Marie.
I do not know what in the actual heck made me do that.
That's the one.
Look, you
though,
look
sis.
good.
That's the one.
You look amazing.
Oh my God.
Thank
look
you
bomb.
so much for
And you're
being
so
our
pretty.
first.
Like you're
Thank
pretty
you.
online, but like in person too. I'm like,
Oh,
You're
get
beautiful.
into it.
You're beautiful. Your spirit is beautiful. When you
you.
walk in a room, it's beautiful.
Oh, I
My
turned the corner.
manager
She was
said-
glowing.
Yes, my manager said,
thank you.
we hear what B, she's excited. Like, that just made me feel good. That made me feel like she didn't just come.
Right.
Like, she came and she was excited. She wanted to be here. She wanted to answer the questions. She wanted to interact with the audience. Like, that really touched my heart because you're the first.
Oh wow, thank you.
You're
Thank
the
you so
first.
much.
No problem.
And
Thank
this
y'all so
won't
much
be
for
our
having me.
last time.
you.
So thank you so much, B. Make sure y'all go to codaskin.com.
Yes.
Codaskincare.com.
Codaskincare.com. I'm going to work on my texture. I'm going to do a 6-month challenge
Yeah,
to work
me
on my
too,
texture.
with your products.
Yeah, with your
Definitely.
products.
I'll definitely listen. By the time I land, they'll be on the video.
Please, because
Thank
I want to
you.
work on my texture. Like, my pigmentation is good, but it's my texture. So I'm going to do a 6-month challenge, and we should vlog it. and
Yeah,
just
right
really
here
keep
on this
up-
side of my face.
Give me
Let's
that
keep up with it.
documentation, please,
Yes.
please.
All right. Thank you. That's episode 3 of Beyond the Chair. We cannot
Bye.
wait to see y'all for episode 4. I hope y'all learned a lot about
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, about money,
And
about
mindset.
masturbation.
Mindset. No, not
Mindset is
masturbation, y'all. Mindset. Sorry, bye.
Masturbation.
Bye.
Thank you, B. That was good.
That was